everyone to the Mad Vids talk show. Today, in our debut series, we have in our midst the co-founder of We Bear Love, Yi Jia Hui. Welcome, Jia Hui, to the show. How are you doing today?
Hi everyone. I'm
So,
doing great.
what are you currently occupied at the moment? I heard that you're employed in a particular organization.
Yeah. I'm actually working with kids with autism. So I'm actually a ABA therapist where I actually provide therapy session for the kid. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's get right to it. We Bear Love. Feel free
Yes.
to describe to us what do you do and what is the sort of impact that you're looking at.
Okay, sure. So I'm actually one of the founder of We Better project, where this project actually I started with another three friends, another three uni mates. So we started this project in September 2019, which is a very new and actually quite a small project that we aim to give teddy bears to the hospitalized children to actually provide psychological comfort and social support, because we think that a lot of children in hospitals, they are often not really neglected, but there are lesser organization that actually have this kind of initiatives to provide social comfort or actually psychological comfort, because kids that are being hospitalized, they are physically weak and mentally weak, so we just hope that we can actually be there for them.
By now, how many roughly children have you engaged with?
Actually, we didn't really count like how many kids we actually engaged, but then we actually gave out roughly about hundreds teddy bears, because previously our aim was to collect about 60 teddy bears or soft toys, because we think that since we are just a very small project, we didn't know that, we have no idea whether people will actually donate or support us. So we actually set our aim as 60, but then we were very blessed, because in the end, by December 2019, we actually collected around 500 soft toys or teddy bears from different donors. So we were like, yeah, and it exceeded our target. We were so amazed. That's really great. Sure,
Thank
sure.
you, Jia for the brief introduction about We Bear Love. Now, in every initiative, I find that there's always a particular backstory to it. Would you so kindly share with us how were you led or compelled to come up with this idea?
Thank you for the question, and it's really great to reflect on this question at this point of at this current stage, because at first I really wanted to start a project or an initiative to actually help anyone in need, because I'm passionate to do something for the community. It's just that I do not have the courage, and I didn't know what to do and how to do it. But one day my uncle actually came up to me and said, Jahui, why not we start a project for the children in Malaysia? And we actually searched for ideas, and we found that in overseas there are actually different organizations collecting bears and donate it for the children in need, like be there children who suffers in war, in hospital, or children fighting with cancer. And we think that this is a very meaningful project, and we tried to search in Malaysia, and I would say there's no project, or like there's no such initiative in Malaysia yet. So I think it's good that we can actually initiate this project and start this project to help the children in Malaysia, because I think this is a really great project that will make a difference in the children's life. Be it it's just a teddy bear, maybe some people may think, it's just a teddy bear, but it's more than that, because personally I have genetic blood disorder,
Okay.
where thankfully it's not major, it's just minor. But I remember admitted to hospitals like several times, or like a lot of times when I was in high school. And I remember the feeling of physically and mentally weak, laying on the hospital bed. You just can't move at all, and you just so weak. And I remember their relatives, friends that visited me, and some of them even actually like gave me like balloons or visited me with like gifts or something,
Mm.
and that really warms my heart. So it's just not like I feel warm, so I want to do it. But you know, if I I can still remember every details until now. So I think having this initiative actually makes something different in a child's life. We may know that maybe these little steps may impact their life. Yeah. So this is one of my personal stories that why we do what we do. Mm.
Thank you very much for that sharing. I mean, just a small thought. Yeah, even Rome was not built in a day. And
Mm.
in order to generate sustainable change, sometimes baby steps are warranted. So,
True.
with that in mind, perhaps did you encounter any particular challenges or stumbling blocks along the way?
Sure.
Mm.
I think since we are still a very new and a small project, I think one of the main challenges that we are facing now is actually human manpower, human resource, because there are just the four of us, and we actually it takes a lot of time in terms of dealing with the collection, like the way to advertise our initiative and our events. And we besides collecting the bags, we actually send to laundry for wash before we actually deliver it to the kids in hospital. So, and all this actually takes time and takes effort, but there are just the four of us. So currently manpower is still our biggest challenges, but we actually plan to expand our team this year, but due to MCO and a lot of things, uh, there are some changes in plan. But yeah, everything is still going on. But it's just that we have to make certain adjustment for that. And I would like to take this opportunity to actually thank my teammates,
Okay.
Unsan, Jayun, and Siwon, because they are really great teammates. I think in order to have this kind of initiative, in order to make it succeed, I think it's important for a team to have a same passion and have a same goal, so that we can not only we can grow big, but we can go far. Because one of the aim is that we would like to go long term, but not just once we done with the event and then just it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides manpower, how about the funding? Based on your activities like collection, advertising, events, it appears that you might need to have a particular size of a budget. So how do you fund or support yourself in this area?
Yeah, so and for that we are very very blessed that I still remember when we first started this project, when we announced it, or we announced it to public on social media. And we actually have collaborators company who actually stick for us for collaboration or cooperation, and that is S&J Co. So I think it was a very another thing that amazes and like surprises, because we were just thinking we are just a very small project, and there are big company who actually seek for collaboration. So there's like the collaboration actually helps a lot in terms of the funding challenges. So funding wise, we are still okay. We still can manage for now. It's not the biggest challenge for now, and they have been really great in terms of um, helping us in different in events, in everything. Yeah, and we are very grateful for that.
Now, moving on from the challenges, throughout this duration from the inception of We Bear Love until this present day, were there any memorable moments or highlighted moments you might be open to share? That'll be awesome.
Yeah, sure. I think there are a lot for me, at least for our team, we have a lot of memorables, um, or like touching stories to share. But I think some of the like a few highlights would be, first is getting such an amount of teddy bears that really exceeded our expectation. It really shows that actually, people out there, they are actually supporting this initiative, and we are really grateful for that. But and I think the other highlight will be seeing the child in hospital, or seeing the kids in hospital smiles as they receive the best. Some of them, they can't really walk, or some of them, they were just laying on the bed, but I can see the smile, the 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 joy with the joy receiving the teddy bears and soft toys by us. I think it's just really grateful. I think it's just great, and I think all their smiles actually just makes our hard work pays off, and I think it's really meaningful to just see them smile.
Yes, I mean, I have some also brief experiences working with children, and oh my, when you see them smile or jump with joy, it really
Yeah.
it kind of melts your heart in an
Yes. True.
indescribable way. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, beyond these memorable moments, may I, we would like to know how's the current progress of We
Mm.
Bear Love, as well as some of the goals, future goals which you are looking at to achieve in the long run. Feel free to share.
Sure. So currently we're actually working on something. We will soon announce it on our social media. But
Okay.
for now, we're actually working on something. Even during this MCO period, we will plan for collection and delivery of teddy bears. But we will soon announce in our social media. So just stay tuned. And yeah, so for future goals, I think our team, I think the main goal for now is actually to just, we are planning to grow big. That means we are actually trying to reach out to as much as kids we want, as much
Hmm.
as hospitals we can. And that's still a goal that we're actually working on. Although for now it's a bit challenging during this critical period, but I'm sure that as long as we have good plans and everything, I think things will be things will actually work. And I think another goal we would like to work on is to actually develop some leadership skills, because I think in order for an organization or project to go far, it's important to learn about leadership and how do we actually plan and organize our project and organization wisely so that we can sustain in long term. Yeah.
As you said, grow big, but also grow far.
Yes. True. Yeah.
Now, as a community, how can we play a role in supporting We Bear Love? Feel free to share like any ways that are available to us.
So, our second aim of this initiative, besides giving birth to to provide psychological comfort and social support to our children, we
Okay.
also hope that um, people will actually reduce the wastage because we know that there are a lot of teddy bears or soft toys out there that were thrown, and some, like most of them, they are still in good condition. So we really urge the public that if you have any good condition soft toys or teddy bears that you don't know how to handle it or how to actually um, who to donate it, you can actually donate it to We Bear Love. You can just search our name, We Bear Love, on Facebook or Instagram, and you can just kindly PM us if you would like to donate your teddy bears or soft toys. Besides, we also receive monetary funding, so monetary donation. Sorry. So if you would like to donate, if you would like to help out, but you do not have any teddy bears, you can actually donate either money, or you can actually support us by purchasing our bears, which um, which is something that we're currently working on and will be announcing soon in social media. So again, just stay tuned. And yeah, and I think another thing will be, just like and share our Facebook page or Instagram, and just share it to as many of your friends so that we can, a lot of people get to know We Bear Love and can just help out. Yeah.
Now we are in the climax of the Matt Blitz talk show. During this time, we would like to ask our invited guests, are there any words of encouragement or advice which you would like to give to our Matt viewers out there who might be thinking of starting an initiative, or perhaps they are performing an initiative? Yeah, feel free.
Yeah. So I think from my personal experience, I think I have like a few advices for the viewers or for those who are actually starting an initiative or who wants to start an initiative. I think the first one, just be brave, just be courageous, and just do it. Yeah, I think just do it. Some of us might think that, without a plan, without a team, how do we do it? So I think the first thing um is to have an action instead of nothing. So it's to do something instead of doing nothing. I think that's the first step to move on to actually start an initiative. And the second one is actually start small with a big heart. So you can actually start anything small that you want to do, but just always remember that your heart for the or your goals for the project and everything, just keep in mind that you are doing it for who you are doing it and why you do what you do. And the third one, I think it's always to have a good team of people who have the same passion and have the same goals as you, so that your initiative will go far. Yeah, as what I've mentioned earlier. I think these are the 3 points that I would like to share based on my personal experience.
Thank you very much, for the wise advice. And
Yeah.
to our mad viewers out there, I think if you forget most of what has transpired today, just always remember in whatever you do, grow big, but also grow far as well.
Yeah.
And start small with a big heart.
Yes.
So with that said, thank you very much, Jia Hui,
Yeah.
for your
Thank you
precious
so
time.
much. Thank you so much, Shu, for the interview opportunity.
Well, it's kind of a conversation, but yeah, I really appreciate it, and it really means a lot to the channel as well, as you are our debut guest. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
everyone for watching. Thank you, Jawei. And with that, have an awesome day. Stay mad and God bless. Support We Bear Love. Do visit the links in the description below. If you find our content meaningful, do give us a big like, subscribe below, and share with as many people who might benefit. Your support brings much encouragement to us and enables us to continue providing new videos. With that said, stay mad and God bless.